Hey guys, this is Vanngo. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I invite the beautiful Eliza Peng here. She lent me her canvas to create this summer glow, done, undone, bronzy, beautiful makeup look for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give my channel always a lot of love. Subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumb up, and don't forget to follow both of us on Instagram as well. Thank you. To start every makeup, I always prep the skin first. The first product I always use is lip balm. And this one is from Laneige. It's a beautiful lip balm that I use to prep under makeup. Second product I use is the eye cream. For the eye cream, serum, and face cream today, I will use a brand from Korea as well. It's called Sowashu. Always very gentle under the eye. Next product is the serum. Eliza has beautiful skin. You see the texture here, everything is gorgeous. It's only on the drier side, but that's why I'm still gonna use serum and moisturizer. But for someone even have really beautiful skin, I still recommend you to start prepping the skin, use serum, use moisturizer, because it's really gonna help you in the long term. Some people they say, oh, I don't need anything. But when you pass certain age, you will. And if you can start taking care of your skin when you're younger, it's gonna help a lot for later on. I've learned that in the very difficult way because I used to have acne bronze and I still do, and pigmentation, and I'm so paranoid about everything. But if I wish I start way younger, it's helped me a lot more now. The last product is the face cream. I always apply quite generous on the skin, and then if anything extra, I can always blot it off. But it's always better to overhydrate the skin than underhydrate. Don't forget your neck and your chest as well. I know I say that every week. It's very repetitive, but I think it's something we can remind ourselves every day. Keep some love for the skin. It is very, very important. Just give your face a little massage. I think it does wake up the skin in the morning. It helps to depuff. For foundation and concealer today, I'm using the foundation and concealer from Rare Beauty. This is not their foundation. This is their tinted moisturizer version, so they are a little bit more lighter coverage. It's still light to medium coverage, and the concealer, it have pretty good coverage. Eliza have really gorgeous skin. I think she doesn't have anything to cover. I would to do a little bit under the eye, around the nose, but I love all the freckles and everything that she has. So the tinted moisturizer just helps to even the color a little bit, but I want to leave everything out. That's why I chose the tinted moisturizer instead of the normal foundation. Even though this foundation they call tinted moisturizer, it still does have really good coverage, but I'm not going to put too much. You see, that's how little I put, and I blend it out. The color I chose purposely is a little warmer than her face, just because her body, and that's why I use them a little warmer so I can blend it out better. You see how little I use, a little bit at a time, and I put mainly around the nose here, around the mouth. But the rest of the face, I want to keep them exactly the way they are. I think it's just beautiful with all the freckles and everything. You see that I use very little. I blend it out. If you want to have more coverage, you still can with this tinted moisturizer. It does give you a medium coverage if you want more coverage. But on Eliza, I love just how natural it is. I don't think we need to add more than that. The concealer, otherwise, it does cover really well. But then again, she doesn't need too much. I use only a little bit. And the shades, I use them a tiny, slightly brighter. You can do a little bit under the eye area. And I do very light application. This is a full coverage concealer, so you can cover really well if you want to. But you see I go everything very lighter hand. Just a little bit around the mouth area. I think we all naturally have the discoloration around the mouth, so this is going to help to even out a little bit. See on this side. You see that very little. So that's all I use, just a little bit under the eye and around the mouth and around the nose area. For those who have acne bronze skin or acne skin, you still can do this idea. Still tinted moisturizer, full coverage concealer. I do have video on a model who have full on acne, and I use tinted moisturizer and I use pinpoint concealer, and you still can create the effect. Not just because Eliza have gorgeous skin and I get away with that. You still can do that. If you look back to my older video, I show how to create this kind of flawless canvas, like look natural like this when you have problem skin. A few weeks ago, we actually posted a video for that. If you can sit there and wonder why she look great because she have great skin, yes, she does. But you still can create similar idea skin like this with the same technique, just a little more work in terms of pinpoint cover the concealer part. I'm going to use some cream bronzer from Anastasia Beverly Hills just to, give more definition around the face. This way you can define the jaw more, the cheekbone. She does have all those, but sometimes because of one-dimensional from the foundation concealer, you lose all of those. So by using this, you bring back all the bone structure that she has. And you see just a little bit. And you really able to sculpt the face and give some color back to the skin as well. Chin up for me a little bit. This is kind of like my style doing. So if you don't like to use cream bronzer, you don't have to. Not everyone gonna do all the steps like I do. You just pick up whatever you prefer and then just do it yourself in the way that you want to do. I always do all these steps. It's just because it's like a automatic thing I do on every makeup application. I did the same on this side. I'm going to bring back some of her freckle as well. So I'm going to add a little more bronzer, just a little on the nose area. When you do like that, you actually bring back a lot of these freckles, and you can see that's how gorgeous it looks. And I think it's just beautiful to bring back all of those features. To set the tinted moisturizer and concealer, I'm going to use a pressed powder from Huda Beauty. Normally I use the loose powder for most of these, but their pressed powder is pretty natural and sheer, so that's why I'm using that today instead. You can see that it does take away some of the shine, but it's very, very light and sheer. It doesn't give you heavy coverage of the powder like most of them. I could use a bigger brush and just set a little more. You see the powder give that natural glow as well, and I love it. I'm going to use a bronzer from M Cosmetic, and this is the shade I use. It's very similar to the shade of the cream bronzer that I use to sculpt the face. This one I use to set the face a little bit. I love this bronzer very much. It is really soft and buttery, and I also love their shades because they are more on the cooler tone, not too much of the warm bronzer, which I love, because sometimes the bronzer can be too red on the skin, and this does give you that nice golden tone but not too orangey looking. And the formulation is beautiful. You see that it's just really nice to blend everything together. It's so gorgeous. You see now, Eliza, just beautiful bronzy color, quite gorgeous. You know, the highlight from the powder and everything with the bronzer I use, the color of the skin is just very beautiful. And it doesn't look reddish at all. You see, it looks like her natural glow from the sun, which she loves. She likes to look a little more color than instead too pale. I think this is gorgeous right now. For eyebrow, I'm going to use two products. One is a brow pencil and one is a brow marker plus the gel from Kevin Ukon Beauty. I know I always use multiple products. You don't have to. Some people just use one liner, one pencil, and then done. It's just me, I'm a makeup artist. I like to, you know, detail and perfecting, but for everyday wear, you don't have to do all the steps like I do. The pencil, I just fill them in a little bit. The color I'm using is called brunette. And keep in mind about eyebrow pencil, eyeliner in general. When you use with the light hand, you will get the color a little lighter. When you press the product really tight on the skin and then, you know, draw them, the color will look a lot deeper. So right now, you can see even I use the shade brunette, I go very slightly handed, and that's why the color doesn't look too dark. And it looks more feathery when you do it this way. And on the other part, I go a little heavy-handed, and you can see that it looked a little more defined. The color looked a little deeper. So in the front, you have three choices. You can keep exact like this, or you can use the same pencil. You go backward to fill them in a little bit if you want more depth in the front area. Or you can do with a marker, you draw in individual hair. This way, it doesn't look too heavy in the very front. It's more softer. So it's all personal preference when it comes to brow. You know, you do whatever way that suit your desire. I like this way because I think it looks still like her brow. It doesn't look so painted on. But if you like those painted on eyebrow, then you can do the other way. Yeah, and you use the marker, just feathering the eyebrow out, look very natural. Use the gel side, and then you set them. So that's how I would do the eyebrow for this look. I'm gonna try to do the same on the other side. I just did the same on this side, so it's something like that. So I give Eliza more fuller brown, some eye, but everything's still very enhanced and not heavy, but that's kind of idea we're gonna do. Before doing the eyes and lips, I'm going to do a blush first. This is the color I'm using is from NARS, and it's a very popular color. It's called Orgasm, and I think it's like one of the best shades, but you see I'm using very little. Little bit at a time. And that's how you should apply blush or anything with powder. First, very gentle hand, use a little bit. You don't need to swirl all the time, and just give a very nice sheer application. You need more, you just get more. You don't have to swipe too much. And this way it doesn't disturb all the foundation or bronzer you applied earlier. A bit here too. For the eyes, I'm going to use 3 products. This is the eyeshadow crayon from Sunny Face, warm brown eyeliner, this from Hindash, and the YSL mascara. To start, I'm using this eye crayon all around the waterline and all around the lash line. So look out for me. Remember, this is really beautiful eyeshadow eyeliner crayon, but it's long wear. So do one eye at a time. I do a little bit here. And then a little more here. And then use a blending brush, soften the edge out. You can use any color you want. I'm not trying to use black color because I think we overuse those color, and keep it more warmer tone. Close your eye for me. In the same way, I'm doing the same all over the lash line as well. And then blend it out. For the upper lash line here, I go a little further up and I blend it out. A little more. You can even use eyeshadow brush to blend it out as well. And I need a little more. I just add more. And this one again, a little more on the inner part. And blend it out. So it's more done, undone looking, so it's not too perfect. The reason I'm doing a little bit higher here, just because she does have a little hooded eye, so this way when she look up, you can see the color a little more. If you have more deeper socket eyes, then you don't have to do that. And again, close again, and blend it out. And then just blend it out. A little more here. And you see I just do pretty random, some here, some there, and I leave this area pretty empty. Okay, look straight for me, and you blend it out on the bottom here a little more. And then next, I'm gonna use the same blending brush, the deeper brown color. Close your eye. I do a little on the outer part here, just to get more depth. You can use a long wear pencil if you like. This one is more a cold pencil. It does have the long wear effect as well. And then go back to that blending brush. Just soften the edge of it. So it's not really a line eyeliner, it's more like a cat eye shadow that I'm trying to create. Let's see. You see how it's looking. I think it's just beautiful on her eye. And again, I go back to the line again and look down for me. And then just deepen. And then blend it out again. Let's see. So it's something like that. So this is very effortless, the eye look. And you can see it does give eye a lot of lift. I did the similar on the other side. Next, you don't have to do this, but I like to use a clean brush. Look up for me. Just soften the edges. Nothing in here. Sometimes this is the best way to blend. And just soften. So this way, there's no demarcation anywhere at all. Everything's seamless. I always like to curl lashes before mascara. Even just a little pinch is still good to do it. And then with the YSL mascara, this has very big brush. I'm gonna use just a good generous coat on the upper lashes and one on the lower lashes. This is a great mascara, but because the brush is too big, I think it's only good for people who have big eyes. If we have like a smaller eye shape, it's pretty tricky, I think. But this is a gorgeous mascara. For highlighter, I'm going to use this highlighter from Chanel. It's more like a warmer, golden, rosy tone. It's beautiful. I just use with a fan brush and a little bit everywhere. For lips, I'm going to use this sheer lipstick from Gucci Beauty. This color almost like Eliza natural lip color. It just gives more sheer texture, just even the lips out a little bit, but it's almost like her natural lip color enhanced. And I may or may not use a lip liner. This is like a nude lip liner if I want to define, but I think she have gorgeous lip shape. We don't need to overly draw them. So I think I'm just gonna use a lipstick first and just to, give a little color on the lip, just even out a little bit. But that's what I'm planning. And this is a very beautiful texture for those who want to have a little color and very hydrating. You don't want too much lipstick. This is a great formulation. And you see that it's almost like a color, but just really enhanced. It's gorgeous. This is such a gorgeous lip color, and you see the texture is really beautiful. I think this is great for someone who don't love to wear a thick texture lipstick. It's just very sheer, it's hydrating, it's beautiful. And I don't think we even need the lip liner, but for long lasting, I might just use a little bit on the edges, but I love how soft the lipstick looking. Yeah. I'm going to set the makeup with the setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury. Close your eye for me. That is the final look, guys. Eliza finally said herself, and she really loved it. It is my version of glowy, healthy, summer glow look. I mean, it's done, undone for someone who wants makeup, but still look effortless. I hope you enjoy video. Give the channel always a lot of love. Subscribe to the channel. Give the video a thumb up. And don't forget to follow Eliza and myself on Instagram as well. Thank you.